Hello, welcome everyone. It is Thursday, and Sean McAllister and I are here with you from home, live streaming thanks to the Vegas Video Network. And we've been doing these community updates all week long and even last week, and interviewing some really interesting people that are kind of helping out the community and making the community a better place while we're all confined to our homes. And we found another great idea, Sean.
Yeah, that's right. And before we get to that, Dayna, I just want to thank you for starting off and letting us know what day of the week it is. I know I've talked to some friends who are totally lost. They're like, I have no sense of time anymore. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are making this time a lot more palatable, if you will, as we navigate through this. One of them is Reed Alewel. He and his wife, Judy, own the Pinot's palette locations here in the Las Vegas Valley. And they've started doing some take-home kits so you can pick up your supplies, go home, paint some beautiful pictures. And Reed is joining us live today. Reed, how are you?
Doing great, thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, what a great idea this is. I love it so much. And apparently people love it too because you sold out, didn't you?
We did. We did this. So we started it last Saturday and we sold out. And then we did it again this Wednesday and sold out again. So we decided we're going to do it twice a week. So we'll begin this Saturday and then the following Wednesday.
Perfect.
So Reed, if you can kind of list off some of the items that are in these take-home kits, I'll hold things up. I went and picked up a kit this week, and so I'll do a little show and tell as you explain what's in there.
All right. So we start off with a canvas. And that's a 10-inch by 10-inch canvas. You've got one hold up there. It's a great high-quality canvas. Then you need your paint. So we had to figure out how to get the paint to you. We've got little souffle cups of paint, and we store them in the water cup that you're going to eventually use to put your water in for your paint water. And in the same package also includes the paintbrushes. So you're given two paintbrushes, a number 16 and a number 0. So big one for the big items and the small one for the fine items. Then to make sure you don't get anything on your outfit, we've given you a disposable apron. Now I'll tell you the disposable aprons they're not much to look at and you'll look a little silly with it on, but it is much better than getting acrylic paint on your clothes. And then as far as some other minor things, it's got a paper towel in there for you because you're going to need that to dry off your brush. And most importantly, the instructions. So we've put together just some step-by-step instructions that are designed for the lay person, the lay artist that doesn't necessarily need to be a big fancy artist. It gives you step-by-steps along with pictures of what it should look like. And that kind of walks you through in a manner that you should be able to get to the end result relatively easily.
What a great idea. And you said these kits are $20, right? It's so affordable.
That's correct. And that's the price that we normally have this product for. We actually had a product. We call it our freestyle afternoon that we've been doing for well over a year, where guests can come into our studio. Of course, we provide everything in the studio. And we thought, well, gosh, we've got everything. We could just package that up and allow people to pick it up at the curb and take it home. We just had to add a paper bag. And normally we would keep the brushes, but in this case, the brushes are yours. Take them home, use them again, or paint with us again sometime.
So that's great that you had the existing product that you could kind of adapt to this situation, because obviously if people haven't been, explain the concept at Pinot's Palette.
Mm-hmm. So we're what you call a paint and sip studio. So in our normal course of business, pre-COVID-19, guests would sign up for a class and they would come into our studio. We've got an artist on stage who takes them step by step through the painting of the day. And that's the paint part of it. But we also have the sip part. We have a bar with 22 different varietals of wine and beer and soft drinks and things like that to turn it into a bit of a party. I like to tell people this is not an art class. This is a social event. Come here, paint, drink, have fun. Well, we just had to turn that into, we can still paint, drink, and have fun, just not in our studio right now.
Right. And it's perfect because everyone's pouring wine at home now. You know, I hear it more and more. Everyone's like, I've had at least 2 glasses of wine per night.
Absolutely. And of the three, everybody can paint, drink, and have fun. Those are three things that are easy to do, whether you're in studio or at home with your family and friends.
Right.
And so this has obviously proved to be a very popular option since you started offering it in this shutdown period. Do you think that it's something that you're going to continue on once operations return to normal?
Well, originally we thought not. We thought this is a special event for a special time. But I was actually conversing with a colleague of mine that owns a Pinot's palette in Reno, and she said, "Gosh, Reed, I think we're going to do this all the time." And it kind of turned some light bulbs on. Thought, why not? It's something we can do. And for those who can't get into us, or for whatever reason want to have a kid's birthday party or something, take some paint, take some kits home, and have a party at home. So I think what this whole situation is doing is making everyone rethink their business and say, what can we do? How can we do things better, smarter, and more for the consumer?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I must say, I've done this before, and I was a little embarrassed because I wasn't the best painter. In fact, I have my final product from that day. It's not really great. So this is better because now you can do it at home and you don't have to be embarrassed in front of anyone.
There you go. That's right.
So Sean, what are you going to be painting?
Oh, so let me show you. Let's see if you can see. It's kind of a beach scene. You can see it kind of in the top corner of the paper right there. So this is what I'm going to be working on either tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll post some pictures. I might even do a little time-lapse video that we can post on our Vegas Revealed social media pages as well. And of course, I'll share the final result with you as well, Reed. And I know that you've been asking people to share their results. What kind of results have you seen, and what kind of response have people had to being able to bring this into their homes?
I think that was the best part of the whole situation. I was actually here both days when we were passing out. My wife was at our Boca Park studio passing them out, and the feedback was the same at both locations. We got lots and lots of thank yous. That as we pushed it through the window, thank you guys for doing this. We really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got emails from some of our long-term customers with some really nice words. Made us feel pretty good. And then lots of posts on Instagram and Facebook that just people are really enjoying it, more so than we thought. I mean, we thought this would be interesting. I set the classes up for 40 at each studio, and we ended up with over 100 at each studio. And then we did it again, and we had over 100 at each studio again. So I think it's blossoming, and a lot of people are really enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, Reed, tell us what went through your mind being a local business when you heard about this shutdown. What it went through your mind? I mean, it's such a difficult position for obviously so many people, but the one that I think about a lot is small businesses who really, count on customers walking through the door. Obviously, you came up with a bit of alternative, but what was going through your head when you heard it?
I'll be honest, it's a pretty scary time. Our classes have been dropped off just when the whole thing started. Just our attendance dropped off as people got more and more nervous about just going out and doing things. And from our perspective, you're really in a tough spot as a business owner. We have 26 employees that are counting on us for a paycheck, and we want to be socially responsible as well and not have big groups. So what we did is we spread the classes out. We're normally sitting pretty close together. We spread them out. We limited our capacity. And just tried to make something that we could all be proud of and still do. But at the end of the day, as the numbers got smaller and smaller that people wanted to have grouped together, it just came to that point where, quite honestly, we were glad the governor said no. That kind of took it off our shoulders to tell our employees that I'm not going to be able to pay you. So the governor said no. We shut it down. It's a pretty scary time, but by the same token, then some creative ideas came out like this. We're also going to bring the whole crew in to do a cleaning. We splatter paint everywhere, so we've got a lot of things we can paint and clean up, and just it's not a sanitary issue, but after 5 years, the place got a few paint drops on it, right? So we're gonna clean everything up and put a little money in their pockets for that as well, and just try to do what we can to to help our staff. From our perspective, these kits are nice, and yes, it brings in some money that is certainly helpful. But at the end of the day, we're most concerned about our staff because many of them are independent artists and they make their living selling art and working for us. And when we take off those shifts, that's going to be painful for them.
Yeah.
And as a business owner and facing a challenge like this, and as Dayna mentioned, it's a challenge that just about every small business owner is facing right now. What have you learned? What lessons have you learned in dealing with this challenge?
Well, we have learned keep your mind open. Every time you hit a barrier, how are we going to get rid of how are we going to get the brushes back? Well, let's just give the brushes. do we need to give them a water cup? Because everybody's got a water cup at home and said, well, wait a minute, we need something to hold the paint. So it was just kind of fun as it evolved. I'm an operational guy. I like to do operational things. And so to be able to figure out an assembly line process to make this happen efficiently and then to do the curbside and have people come in and pick it up. It stimulated my mind. It's been a fun project for me. On Saturday or on Wednesday, we had the last pickup. As I pulled into the studio, here at the district, the maintenance team had shut down the front street for maintenance. I'm like, oh no, I just sent an email to everybody to pull up to the curb and we'll come out. And now the street's closed. But I talked to those guys and they were able to take down the signs and let everybody come to our studio. So I think everybody's working together. Everybody's been so cooperative. It's just a situation where some things might irritate you if the service isn't where it should be when you're picking up something at a restaurant or whatnot. I hope everybody's giving everyone the benefit of the doubt because everybody's working the best they can to make things as best they can for everybody. And from what I've seen, I see that everywhere throughout the community. And really, it warms my heart.
Yeah. And I think it's something, and it's probably what you had in mind even when you just even opened to begin with. But right now, when I think about so many people just kind of attached to their phones, we're getting bored. There's not a lot to do. You pick up the phone. And this just kind of gets them off the phone too, which is really what you did from the beginning, getting groups together and painting together as friends and not being on their phone. So it's a great alternative.
Well, one of our taglines for, I think it was a Valentine's Day a few years ago, was disconnect to reconnect. In other words, put down your phone and reconnect with your family and friends and come paint with us. And I think this is very similar to that theme as well. When you're at home, disconnect and reconnect with your family. Do something together. Have some fun, joke and laugh about it. Earlier, you held up your painting that you said you weren't really overly proud of. That's half the fun of it. My kids give me a hard time. My wife's a better painter than I am. I'm an accountant by trade. I'm not an artist. My wife is a nurse instructor. And so we're not big artists, but we love doing this. We love having fun. And the fact that we can do it and put paintings that we're actually proud to put in our home, it's fun. And when my daughters say, gee, Dad, you did pretty good with that, it makes you feel good about what you've done.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, and it really is such a great thing. And I love that you adapted to the situation, and also love that, you're having these cleaning days to have your staff come in and earn some money in a time when a lot of people aren't. And I know that, from an employee perspective, I feel like that has to be extremely appreciated as well.
We were concerned about feedback from the employees. First, we were concerned about them, but we were also concerned just about, their feedback and, were they going to be, gee, Reed, I need this job and you guys shouldn't close and blah, blah, blah. And that wasn't the feedback at all. The feedback we got from our staff was very positive. They were worried about us. They were saying, hey, you guys going to be okay? We'll get through this. Or you guys going to be okay? Which I'm very appreciative of that. They don't have to worry about us. We're going to be okay. But the fact that they thought about us while I was thinking about them, I think is all about humanity.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, Reed, before we go, give us all your information. Where are you located, all the different spots, how people can get a hold of you, your social, all that.
Sure. So we have 3 studios in town. We have one in the district of Green Valley Ranch and one in Town Square and a third one in Boca Park over near Summerlin. We're doing the pickup kits through the ones in the subdivisions in the district of Green Valley Ranch and Boca Park over in Summerlin. We're picking up every Wednesday and Saturday. What you need to do is go on to our website, www.pinospalette.com, find the studio and make your reservation. We're doing everything online. So you don't even come into the studio. When you pull up to the curb, you call us, we bring out your kit. It's very easy, pinospalette.com.
And clearly I went and picked up my kit, and it really could not have been easier to get there, get the supplies, do the ordering online. It really, that part was an absolute breeze. And, the fun part is still to come as I put paint to canvas.
There you go. Reed, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We love what you're doing, and best of luck to you. And hopefully once this clears, everyone will be back inside your locations, painting and having fun.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Take care.
Absolutely.
Sean, what a great idea.
It really is.
Such a great idea.
As we're all looking for ways to pass some time, you can only binge watch so many shows on Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon. And, a lot of other shows have gone into reruns at this point because productions have shut down. So, this is a really nice way for families to get together for really an affordable price for what you get inside of these take-home kits. And it is a great way to, as Reed mentioned, unplug and reconnect.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know who sometimes wears a shirt that looks like a Pinot's palette is Scott from Vegas Video Network. And so we always like to check in and say hello. Oh, no, you're playing today. Okay. Maybe tomorrow. But we want to thank Vegas Video Network for putting on these live streams. It's been a lot of fun to talk. We've talked to such a variety this week. We talked to a music producer. We talked to someone who's sewing masks. And then we talked to a local bakery and then a local painting and wine place.
Yeah, it really is great. And the exciting thing is that we have a full roster of people left to talk to. There are so many great things happening in the Las Vegas community that we have a backlog of people to talk to. So that's what I love to see in times like this.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again for our COVID community update, trying to bring this to you at least during the week around 2:30. And you can watch it on live stream, and then we post it everywhere, and you can watch and rewatch again. So if anyone misses it, you can go back and get the info. Thanks again, everyone. We hope everyone's staying safe and staying healthy.
Absolutely. We'll see you back again tomorrow.